Today I want to talk about why fighting for the relationship is super important. I'm getting a lot of people reaching out to me and asking, well, why are you saying something that differs from some of these other relationship coaches in regards to no contact? So before we get started, let me know in the comments, are you fighting for your relationship or are you doing no contact? Leave me a comment, let me know. Hi everyone, for those of you who don't know, my name is Mindy. I am a relationship coach and I work with guys to save their relationships without them feeling they have to give up their own values, self-respect, and masculinity by helping them understand their love communication style to transform their relationships. Thank you for being here and let's get started. The reason I say to fight for her is because what's happening in the relationship when you start to break up and when you start to not be doing great and one of you gets to the point where they just can't take it anymore, the reason is because she is emotionally not being fulfilled, and she's not been fulfilled for quite some time, and you have to emotionally fulfill her. And if you can start speaking the love jargon that's going to fill up her love tank, you are going to be able to fulfill her and ultimately have her realize that you are the guy she fell in love with. I want to give an example. So with my own relationship, my husband and I used to run a little handyman company together, and he still runs it, but now I do relationship coaching full time. And when we worked together, we would sometimes be gone 10, 12-hour days. And I would be out there with him, digging the holes, running the wire, putting up drywall, doing every single thing that he was doing. And when we came home, I wanted to make sure that he was taken care of. So I would say, hey, sit down, relax, you can play video games. I'll do the dishes, I'll do the dinner, I'll do the house chores. And I did everything around the house. And so my Love Lingo tank was being filled because of the fact that I got to spend every single second of the day with him. But what I didn't realize at that moment is I don't show love through time. I show love through acts of kindness. So when we came home, it was my way of showing him love was to say, hey, sit down, relax. I'll take care of everything. And so it made me feel good to be the one who prepped the meals, did the dishes, took care of the household, even though I was working with him side by side, doing as much of the manual labor as I was physically capable of doing. We would build sheds for people. I mean, we did a lot of manual work, and the work was always different because we're handyman, so it was always different types of work. And so sometimes he did have a lot more manual labor than I would be doing. So that was my way of showing him love. So what ended up happening though is he started not being fulfilled. So the second way I receive love is through acts of kindness. So number one is through time, and number two is through acts of kindness. So when we would come home and I would be doing the dishes and wiping the counters and cooking the meals and he was sitting down, if the trash was overflowed, I'd get frustrated and I'd be thinking to myself, man, like I already told him he could relax, true, but can't he see the trash is overflowing? And I started getting frustrated, like, okay, I'm not really asking much for you, but do you think you could do that for me? Can you just, grab the trash? Can you take the trash out? And so if I asked him to do it, he would do it. He never took the initiative to take out the trash on his own. So I started getting frustrated because I thought to myself, I'm giving him all this love. I'm working with him every single day. I'm helping him. I'm organizing his tools for him. That's part of our, running a business together. But then I'm also coming home and I am taking care of literally almost all of the household responsibilities. The only thing I'm asking from him is to take out the trash. And when I verbalize asking him to take out the trash, he shuts down. And I'm not saying it to him right. And I'm thinking to myself, like, dude, like, F you. I sat here and worked with you just as long. I've been out of the house just as long. And now I'm sitting here making dinner while you're sitting on your ass. It literally takes 3 minutes to take out the trash. Why can't you just do this for me? Why do I have to do everything? And why are you now mad at me that I asked you, dude, can you take out the trash? And so I'm giving this example because this is an example that is happening in a lot of relationships. And it happens in all different forms. All of this can happen in all of the Love Lingo situations that fill up your Love Lingo tank. So it's not just acts of kindness people versus words of encouragement and praise people. This happens in relationships in all of the Love Lingos. What I really didn't understand was that we all show love a certain way and we all receive love a certain way. And I didn't understand that even though I felt in my heart that I was going above and beyond for him, he was still not feeling fulfilled because he didn't need me to make the dinner. He didn't need me to wash the dishes. He didn't need me to do all those things. All he needed me to do was say, hey, honey, would you mind helping me out by taking out the trash? It would really help me and make my day really much easier. Just in the way that I spoke with him would fill up his Love Lingo tank. And so that's where when I say, sometimes the guy's got to put his foot down and be the man, that's when my husband came to me and was like, hey, dude, it's great that you are offering to do the dishes and make the dinner, but that's not what I need. What I need is I need you to, if you are going to do those things, that's fine, but don't be upset at me and use bad words towards me because I'm not helping you the way you need me to help you. Say it in a kind manner, and I'm more than willing to help you, but you're making me shut down. And I understand from your point of view that I should just be a grown adult and take out the trash, but you have to understand from my point of view too. And that's where we really dug deep with one another and really started to understand, okay, I'm feeling frustrated because I'm giving in these ways, and he's still not happy. And now what we've done is we've shifted the way in which my love jargon is. I don't do all of the things around the house anymore because I was feeling that, okay, that's how I show love, but now I have to show love in a different manner, and that's not really natural for me. That's not so easy for me to always say, hey, sweetie, the trash is overflowing. Well, actually, to be honest, he takes it out now on his own. So he's also switched his perspective and said, okay, this is important to her. I'm going to make sure I do this because her second way of receiving love is through acts of kindness. So I'm just going to start doing these things for her. And now that he's doing these things for me, I am making sure that I acknowledge him through kind words. And that's what's really grown our relationship. But the thing is he had to fight for it. He had to fight to get through to me for me to understand that there was something he was lacking. And from my point of view, there shouldn't have been anything he was lacking because I was literally doing everything. But that's not what he needed. So that's why I say you really have to fight for the relationship and understanding what her love lingo is. So when you fight for the relationship, you are basically showing her that you care and that you're willing to try. And even if you're not fully sure of exactly what it is that she's lacking, just the mere thought of fighting for her shows her that you're willing to really figure it out. And that's what she needs. She needs a man who is going to turn around, be the man, put his foot down and say, I am willing to figure this out. I love you. I care about you. I understand that you were lacking something. And keep in mind, just because you understand she was lacking does not mean that you weren't lacking as well. And if you've broken up, that doesn't mean that there's no chance at this. You still have to go back to what made you guys fall in love with each other in the beginning and ask yourself, what were you doing? What were the things that really made her day and really made her feel good? And that's why I say, send the flowers, send the cards. A card is literally filling up 4 of the ways you can fill a love lingo tank because you're offering a present. You took the time to go pick out a card. You are writing nice things in the card, and the card says nice things. And it's an act of kindness by going out and doing it. So you're having the kind act by doing it. So that's why when I say if you are going through a breakup, think about getting a card. Put a card on the car or leave it for them someplace because right there you have just filled the love lingo tank in 4 possible love communication styles. And a big misconception is that tank just needs it a little bit. No, we need the love lingo tank filled a lot. So once you can understand that this is a priority that you have to make, and when you really fully get that this is what was lacking, you can start to fix and mend the relationship, because you can start providing the love lingo by altering your love jargon to ensure you're filling up the love lingo tank. So if you're not sure how you receive love, please click on the link in the video and take the free What's Your Love Lingo quiz. This way you can determine how you're actually receiving love. Send it to your ex, send it to your partner if you guys are going through a struggle. Find out how they receive love, and you go back to the beginning and you fix it from the ground up. That's what works. And that's why everybody is getting so angry at each other. Neither of you are having your love lingo tank filled. So that's where you start. You start at the very beginning, okay? So if you guys like this video, please hit the like button. It definitely helps the channel and it helps me be able to get my videos out to more people. And hit the subscribe button and the little bell notification button. This way you can be notified every time I release a new video. As always, everybody, stay happy, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay in love.